Time to run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Niger, he'll come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. For the ground, I know I'm on a man. At my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Wow. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. World inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, wow.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well, hope everyone is doing good and had a good weekend here. Let's get it. What's up? Yes, sir. Happy Monday to everyone. Let's go, new week. Let's see what we got going on. Start off with the calendar here. Have a look what we got going on. We did have a look at this as yesterday's webinar. This week, pretty important week for the GBP, right? GBP, pretty important week. Reason being is we have CPI on Friday for the GBP. Actually, no, sorry. Thursday, my bad. Thursday is yes, Thursday is CPI. Is it Thursday or is it even Tuesday? Am I completely wrong here? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Wednesday. All days I got wrong. Very bad. And yeah, CPI here, followed by then official bank rates and etc. As for today, we're pretty clean here. Bit of, JPY has been showing a bit of strength here, the JPY. Reason being is we saw Udea basically come and talk about how he wants to keep potential rate reductions and not rate reductions, sorry, potential bond buying reductions, as well as he's talking about as early as next month raising interest rates yet again. So this will be very interesting and bring in some sort of strength into the yen here, which we've been seeing, right? We saw that over the weekend, not over the weekend, but on Friday we saw that yen strength come in. So we could see us pop up back up to these highs here, daily resistance, and then see some sort of move back down if that yen strength is going to continue, with there also being CPI data, I believe, on the yen as well. Need to check what day it is. So we have the PMI here, CPI for yen. See what day CPI for yen is. Trade balance. They normally put it sneakily as a yellow folder, and it's actually not a yellow folder. Let's have a look. What day is it? Actually, going into next week is the CPI for the yen. Next week, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Friday of next week. So yeah, that, leading into that, we could see that, unravel over the next 2 weeks here, right? We could see that unravel over the next 2 weeks, where we see some yen strength ahead of CPI come in. So we have to be careful if price is coming back to the top of the range here. We need to be cautious. Now, in the short term, we're going to go over the analysis here. GBP, right? So this is why another reason we could see some sort of strength in the GBP is that what can happen is not strength, weakness in the GBP is because if, right, this week, as we have on Wednesday, we see here on Wednesday, we have CPI. If CPI comes back at that 2% target, that is going to do what? That is going to put, oops, didn't mean to drag that, but that is going to basically put here the opportunity for them to do what in the bank rate? Reduce interest rates here, and we can see an interest rate reduction. Any talks, right? Any type of talks in the speeches here of them looking or giving us an indication of how many reductions in interest rate in rates or how many rate reductions they're planning to do is going to potentially bring GBP weakness, not GBP strength. Now, if we do see this number jump up here, maybe come back at 2.4 or just as 2.3, then we will probably see the GBP strength continue here, and then the speeches will guide a little bit more. Now, in terms of what has been going on, they've been pretty accurate, man. Forecast has been, we have been seeing drastic, I mean, this previous to from 3.2 to 2.3 is a crazy jump, even though they were forecasting something very, very, very aggressive here, for going from previous as 3.2 to 2.1. They basically got a 1% drop. So for them to expect a 0.3% drop, it kind of makes sense. And that would bring GBP weakness. Now with GBP weakness, if we were to see strength in the JPY, then we're going to see what? We're going to see basically a potential move up here in basically potential yen strength come back in, and a move down in GJ if that is to play out. But for now, we have to go and see what's happening on the short term. That's a bit more higher time frame. Same kind of thing for gold, actually. Pullbacks can end up failing here, and gold can continue its bearish leg as rate reduction hopes are gone. Chinese is not buying up gold anymore. So all of these things happening can play into basically the whole idea that this bearish leg is possible to continue on gold. But in terms of analysis for GJ, let's start off on the weekly time frame. We can see previous weekly here is closing bearish, but not giving us is closing weak bullish, but not giving us too much information here. We are respecting previous range. Again, we're just ranging at the moment. Daily time frame as well, holding above this previous daily resistance. We kind of need a close below that to get the continuation towards the downside. If not, we're just still at the top quarter of this range. Once we start losing around this level here, especially the 199, that's where we can see some heavy downside back to retest these lows at 197s, 197 500s. As 4 hour here, so I want to see how my markup is on daily. I don't know if that's the weekly resistance. Yeah, that looks all fine here. Moving on to 4 hour here, let's see what we got going on. Perfect. This is our 4 hour support here. Let's mark this, make sure it's right. 4S. Okay, so we do have another 4 hour support here, so we can clone this and another one here, but this is all crossed by wicks, coming a messy zone. This current 4 hour no bottom wick here, so technically on buyer standard, previous daily here closing bearish, previous 4 hour closing bearish, but when it comes down to lower time frame for sells, what do we notice here? Very messy zone to sell. We do have a previous 4 hour support here. We might react. Let's see what 15 minute is saying here. So let's move this up here and make this a 15. Actually, wait, let me see where that was. Yeah, we can move that down there. We can move a 15. This is a very tight zone to sell, but it's a potential aggressive sell here, right? How big is this zone? We need at least 10 pips here or something. What do we got? 10 pips? Yeah, I mean, this is the tightest zone. How is 1 hour looking here? I mean, where's that 4 hour support? Yeah, that would be below that. Yeah, that's the only zone that you're looking at selling here if we were to fail. But damn, is it a tight zone here, right? We're really playing with a tough zone to trade in, but with volume we should be able to push through and continue down towards. Now, it would be healthy to see a push back up and then we see that weakness, because the only time we're going to see weakness is if we're going to see that yen strength, right? Yen strength continue here, right? Which we need to see how traders react to that and if that happens. Otherwise, even though we're bearish buyers, I'm quite tempted to buy above this 1 hour support, which is basically previous 4 hour support as well. If we go and put this, so we can put this /4S, right? Because this is previous 4 hour support as well. If you go ahead and have a look here, you can see that there. Pretty tempted to buy, especially if this is going to be a liquidity grab. If we see this being a liquidity grab and we start getting above the highs here, I don't see why we can't play some of that retrace. In terms of inside the range, I'm not interested inside the range, to be honest. This is too inconsistent, way more inconsistencies here. And this is where you take a lot of losses. You have to be patient. Same thing is happening on gold in terms of us playing within a range. And be selective with your trades, because that's exactly how you can have a good week where the market moves with good volume here during London. And then you can have a week where you give all of that back and all of that work you did becomes useless. Isn't there a weekly support in that sell zone? Not sure. We can double check it. Yeah, there is. You are right. Yeah, that's even worse now. So yeah, that sell zone, yeah, you're right. That becomes even shittier now to sell. Actually, no. Let me see how that looks at my broker, because it looks a bit different on the broker. 1 second. Okay, that's... where is this? On the broker, it's like a gap here. 199.339. What is this? 199.33. Yeah, my gap is all the way down here, so it's tough, man. It's tough. We would have to see closer to the time, but it is definitely risky selling in that zone, you know. But if this bias is going to continue, that's the only way. Realistically, I want to sell below here. 329. Just leave this whole range. Yeah, just leave this whole range would be better. We'll have to see how price, because a 30-minute has not closed below here. If a 30-minute is closing below here, it'll be doing what all these candles could not do. And I think we get continuation just based off that. And, you know, moving aggressive break even, etc. But it's a tough zone overall. It's a tough zone overall. So we'll see what happens. Now let's move on to gold here. Gold, nice little setup 3 here actually. Retested into this wick zone here. So gold is interesting here. Gold is continuing this sell-off here from Friday, right? So Friday, a lot of weakness in the charts here, and then now we're starting to see a small resolution towards the downside. Grabbed only 10 pips here. Yeah, it's better than nothing. How much did it give you as a push here? 26 pips. Yeah, let's see if there's anything that you missed in terms of closing. No, not really. That's pretty tough. You know, we're just not seeing the continuation. Just get this 1 minute candle come out of nowhere. But yeah, better to close something than nothing. So let's go ahead and look at the analysis. Now again, as I was saying on higher time frame as well, if we respect the supports, we can bounce into here. We can bounce back up to 2370s, 2360s, 2360s to 2370s. Okay, and we can see then from there price fail and end up having this bearish leg that we've been having on the daily time frame, where we've had now lower highs, lower low. We are respecting the daily range, so we could spend time in the range, but once that daily range is broken, it's a little bit game over. Normally when a daily range breaks on gold, we see it pull back into the range and then fail. The only thing this week is that we have a weekly candle closing back inside of the range, which gives me confidence that we could see a bit of upside first to retest higher in the range before continuing down. This simply right now can be a weekly bottom wick, which we were discussing yesterday in the webinar for us to play out. If you guys remember, I was saying it would be nice to see price pull back before trying to break out of this. And if it does break out of this, that's where you're going to get your move. And that pullback is going to give you the liquidity to give you the move back up there. Now, once we reach somewhere up here, or even if we're in such a weak market, if we only reach up to 2357, then if we start to create resistance, we could see that come back all the way back down to the bottom of the range. Definitely possible as well. But as you can see, we're basically in we're basically in this type of situation here where we're ranging. So we could play out that range for a couple of days here. This is where you also want to be selective in this range. Ranges are definitely tradable, but we're not in an expansion like this where we were dumping down. We are not in this expansion pumping up, and we're not in this expansion. We're kind of gonna probably play out one of these phases here where we bounce in between these zones here. So that's why, and this, look, in that scenario, this resistance was always respected, right? This resistance here was always respected till we broke out. Only then we got some form of continuation. So that's why if we respect the resistance we have, this one right here, this 4-hour resistance, that's only when we're going to get continuation. In terms of my support and resistance here, let's go start to mark up some good stuff here. Make sure everything is nice and clean. See what we got going on daily here. Let's move this, clone this, move that up to there. 4-hour time frame looks good. 1-hour time frame, all of this we can remove. 15 we can remove. This previous 4-hour we can remove. This 15 down here we can keep, that's important. This 4-hour watch zone we can remove. Just gonna move this to up here, 15. This line here we can remove. Daily support we'll keep, and there we go. That's our markup for now. We're gonna mark some of the zones inside of here, of course. So what are we looking at today? Well, bias is obviously previous daily closing bullish, no top wick. Previous 4-hour closing bearish here, very small top wick here. We could see some sort of sells play out into today. Problem is we're already kind of at target here, so realistically I would like to see pullbacks to continue. Let's just mark this. This seems to be what we're respecting here. We're not closing below that. I would like to see pullbacks to continue, resistance formed around here and create this lower high pattern continuing down. Maybe a close in this range to continue the wick fill is an option. Looking at 1-hour time frame here, closing in 9 minutes, that could be an option here. That might be something to continue the sells here. See what 5-minute structure is doing. Yeah, potentially if we get a close back inside this range, we could look to fill this wick and continue down to the bottom of the range, or at least to here, which is 18 pips away. A little bit more difficult as we see that normally fail. Why do I say that? Because what we've been seeing is we see breakout, pull back, breakout. It's kind of pulled back here. We're not seeing continuation. Even this breakout here, we've seen the pullback here. You know, we have tapped this as well, this 30-minute here. It's a bit tough zone, like there's two zones back to back here. You can't sell below this 30-minute here as well, because now the range becomes a bit too small. We'll see how big. How big is that? That's like 9 pips. It's a tight break even there. It's a tight break even. You know, you don't want to be... Since we didn't tap this with the wick here, this could still be a problem, this support here. So it becomes a little bit complex. Yeah, I guess you use the 30 as a watch. Yeah, it's a bit tough. It's a bit tough. Ideally, we wanted just a little close below here in this continuation, which is the sells that happened early. And then we reacted off the 30-minute here. So that's what happened, right? So that would have been your target here. 25 pip stop loss, 24 pip target. You got your 1-to-1, and that would you be done at the 30-minute, right? That would you be done at the 30-minute here. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we can play out a pullback here, which is going to be better. Right? And yeah, that's the analysis here. That's the analysis. So let's see what ends up playing out on the charts here, and we'll react accordingly. Anyhow, sells below this 2316 are very simple, right? That's a very simple sell, right? So we need structure before selling below there, something like that. Then we can take sells, because we need the liquidity to give us the continuation. But once we get below this zone here, this is going to be easier to sell down into this zone here, watching this wick here, of course. But that's a much cleaner zone than what we're battling with right now, which is kind of why if we could see a pullback from here and then get below, this would be quite nice to go and sell back down to that level. So that's what I'll be looking here, both on GJ and gold. And yeah, let's see what ends up happening. That's the analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the stream. 500 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up. You guys know the drill. Hate to say it, but part of the game. I call it the YouTube business. Doing all that BS, leaving a like and all of that definitely does help. We'll do the little poll here so I don't have to keep mentioning it because it's annoying. Yeah, what's GJ doing? GJ is stuck in, yeah, GJ giving a little bit of this push back down to these zones here. Stuck in this range as well. Yesterday's vlog was impressive. Yeah, I hope you watched the trade management part. Not trade management, but what happens when you, you know. Amazing video, day in the life. Hopefully more of those to come in the future. Yeah, we can post more of those. Remember, that's 10% of the time, right? That's only 10% of the time. You mean missed entries? Yes, that's an important part of that video is the missed entries, right? What to do with missed entries. I mean, if we get a 30-minute close below here would give me more confidence for the sells. Friday gold buy call was, yeah, that was good. Why did you hide your speed? Just legality. You know? You never know. Rather be safe than sorry. Would you mind analyzing GU? Yeah, we can have a look at GU. Yeah, that's disgusting, that. So GU is the same thing. If we start to see this dollar strength come in, right, we will see the GU sells continue here. As we see money flow into yen, money flow into dollar, we could see that happening. If we're looking at Dixie here, you know, if we start to see that bounce continue, it has bounced perfectly from this little demand zone we had, right? Retested it, came back, and now we're seeing the continuation out of that. So if we see that continue, then you'll basically see this GU sells continue as well. Obviously a bit of weakness here before the weekend. Everything is pointing down. It would be healthy to have a pullback for sure, right? Healthy to have a pullback for sure. So at the moment, you're kind of taking... I would say you need sells below the wick. Something needs to close below the wick and re-break it, right? So you need something close below this wick here. Once you get a close below this wick, you don't have much of a range, but this zone here could be very sticky. So if I start to see rejection from down here, that could just be a liquidity grab to give you the bounce. Then you see that bounce happen, right? So I'll be careful. Now, if that happens and you start to get a mixed bias, you can start looking for buys in NY, which will later set you up for sells if we start to create major resistances from zones up here at the previous resistance, right? Otherwise, the sells will continue here. You can obviously also have a plan to sell completely below the range here. But as we get lower and lower, of course, it becomes more difficult. So I'd say the sells option would be if we get something closing below the wick here. And that would be slightly more aggressive. But since you'll have the 1 hour confirmation as well, it could be alright. But you do need that in case it will be a liquidity grab. And that's about it for GU, man. Not too complicated. Harry, did we miss a sell on gold? No, there was no entry for me on that because we had nothing closing below, right? 15-minute closed with a rejection. So if 15-minute is closing with a rejection, there's nothing I can do with that, right? There's nothing. If you took these earlier sells here before I came to the charts, that's an option. Whether you got out at break even once it came back, that's up to your management. If you're still holding to bigger targets, then I guess you'd still be in. Personally, for me, I would have been secured at the 30-minute, or I would have been out break even on this one. But I don't trade at that time. I'm not at the charts at that time, as there's not many moves at that time that happen. So the nice thing is that it's coming into our selling zone down here. So there'll be more sells below here. We just need some sort of resistance to form and then for us to get below. It had no top wick on your broker. Let me have a look at my broker. Not sure. I had a top wick on my broker. The weekly has no top wick on my broker though. Also, Eid Mubarak to everyone who celebrates. You're probably enjoying Eid, so enjoy. I'm new to your channel, new to trading. I wish I had you as my mentor. I watched yesterday's video, man's tall and big, gym working. Thank you, bro. Enjoying the public holiday? Yes. Gold daily has no top wick? Yeah, Carson. Also weekly has no top wick. So this could just be one big weekly bottom wick, right? We were speaking about that in the webinar yesterday. Since weekly closed back in the range, we could retest even as low as, even as low as here, 2308. Even 2300 is possible to retest and then see the move back up and retest some higher levels first. But as long as we respect weekly high here, as long as we respect this weekly high, downside does make sense, right? So we have to break this weekly high to see the continuation. Otherwise, this will just make a small top wick, if anything, and still continue down. So now we come into this support zone. We haven't tested this support zone here. This is, if price is going to reject, it will reject somewhere around here. It will reject somewhere around here. If we have volume, it's going to push through. But If I'm going to expect rejection, I'm going to expect it from somewhere inside of this box I'm about to draw. Somewhere inside of here. Since that's our previous support zone. So we could see that rejection happen. We will obviously have a small reaction of it right now. It could come deeper halfway through the box, then see rejection. Now that rejection will be good if we see that rejection fail and then we close below 2316 to continue the sells and fill this clean candle zone here, right? That would be ideal. Watching a video of you a year ago, you've gained a lot, looking better. Thank you, thank you. Did you push down without 1 hour top wick? Ouch. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Didn't close below the wick as well though. And anyways, without top wick, you can't really enter that. Makes it super tough. Super, super tough. Probably looking for continuation. Right? It's a 5-minute support as well. Yes, it is. It is. Yeah. Otherwise, you just get stuck in the range again. It would be a small liquidity grab below all these lows and then continue up. Yeah, now you're just looking for below the range at this point. GJ, nice push down here, huh? GJ, same thing happened here. Seems to be a little GBP weakness. We're seeing a little bit of GBP weakness. Same thing happening here on GJ. Came below our selling zone, right? Remember we wanted to sell below here? It's blasted through it. Right? Blasted through it. But we can see now this 4-hour support is holding some previous 4-hour support that we dragged down. 30-minute as well. A small 15-minute as well here. Holding some sort of relevance. See this. Below here, sells also do make sense. Does your backtesting use real tick data for stops are pushed through with volume? With the fill be accurate? Yes, it will be accurate. It will be accurate. As we take our data from brokers, right? So our data is taken from brokers on Pip Labs. So yeah, you're getting basically a broker data feed. So whatever happened on the broker will happen to you when you're backtesting on Pip Labs. So it's accurate tick data. But the push will already happen if we wait for this thing. Yeah, but that means you just need to be more patient, because if a push happens down here, we would have to wait for pullbacks then to get below. We could potentially even sell on that pullback. But right now, we need to see what's happening. This candle's just ripped open here. 1 hour, no top wick. Dumped already. What's this? 27 pips out of nowhere, closing at support, right? So there's nothing we can do with that. I was gonna create my own backtesting software with a broker for accurate fills. Yeah, I mean, you can do that on a broker. Yeah, see this strength coming in here. We're seeing this strength come into this yen now. We're seeing a bit of strength come into the yen. We're seeing GBP weakness continue as well here, right? The GBP weakness continue. That's what we were discussing about potential GBP weakness coming in ahead of CPI. So this trader's pricing it in with Frankfurt open here. We're seeing already Frankfurt traders pricing this in, not giving us an entry even on 5-minute candle closures here. Even 1 minute is not giving us entries here with closes below 4-hour supports and etc. Yeah, dollar strength is also dollar strength is also coming in, but we're seeing a lot of GBP weakness as well. Otherwise, we would see, so Japanese strength is also coming in. So where we're seeing money move in, we're seeing money move into currencies like more where the strength is coming in, like the JPY safe haven, and we're seeing money move into dollar and JPY here, right? Both. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak to you. I have 2 questions. How do you predict the next target when price is broken at an all-time high and an all-time low? You normally target 1-to-1s and then look to continue off that. I can make a video about that. How many would you guys want a video of how to trade at all-time highs or all-time lows? I can make a video of that. Yeah, I'll probably post that next week then. I get that question a lot. So it would be worth to make it. What is this rip? Yeah, it's pretty interesting here. No top wick, 1 hour, just straight down, 1 minute candles melt. Not sure where, I mean, I know where this is coming from. It's the traders in Frankfurt, but wow. Very, very quick, you know, to see this happen. Especially to come through all our zones here and not give us any signs of pullback or something like that. I make more vids about day in the life. Well, my day in the life is actually pretty straightforward, right? Watch my real day in the life, right? That's a weekend in the life, right? That's when we can have fun. But real day in the life, I'm working, man. I'm working and all that stuff. This is an annoying push here. Just melting out of nowhere. Where do you get Forex news? I use Forex Factory. It's not stopping? No, it's not. But don't FOMO into this. There's no point. It doesn't follow the plan. High chance to lose. Look at the results we have when we follow the plan. We've been through this drill 1,000 times. I've showed you how many trades that if we took not following the plan would end up being losing, and the ones that we did take that did follow the plan, they do what? They have high percentage chance to win. And that's exactly what we want, right? We want a high percentage chance to win. I rather sit and do nothing than to break my plan and end up in a losing position. Because if I sit now and do nothing, nothing changes, right? I don't lose anything. And even if someone says, yeah, you're losing time, I'm not. I'm building discipline right now to follow my plan. Right? I'm building discipline. How did you mark that 30-minute support? It's a 15 if you just go back and see here. Just this little thing here. We were reacting off it. It's also a previous 30-minute as well. Because what am I going to do right now? I'm going to take a sell and then rip a 56 pip stop loss and sell right into a support worth of 9-10 pips here. Like, come on. That would be silly for me. That's not the way I trade, nor do I want to do that. Like, that's not my plan, right? So I would just come to stream today. I would come to, you know, trade today and do something stupid. That makes me feel bad. right? What car do you drive? Does it matter? How is that going to, what is that going to affect you? How will that make you better? And that's the first question I've seen you ask. Ask like a valuable question and then ask that. You can find out what car I drive. It's on a thumbnail of my last day in the life. Right? It's a simple car. This one here. Right, you see it? That's it. Mr. Bean's car? I don't think Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean if he's bowling. Alright, gold coming to our selling zone now. See what ends up happening. Explain the Frankfurt traders. Well, it's pretty simple, right? At 10 o'clock Dubai time or whatever time it is at your time, you can see the clock up there. We have Frankfurt Open. Frankfurt Open is German Bank Open. So at Frankfurt Open, we have traders from Frankfurt trading now. That's why we trade before London Open and get a lot of moves before London Open, is because we have Frankfurt Open. Remember I was saying we could see rejection from anywhere inside of here? That was what I was saying, is that anywhere inside of this zone, yes, it did retest the bottom of the zone, we could see rejection. And if you look at that, you have only here a 10 pip move and your stop loss is 37 pips. So most likely you could give yourself a shot to say with volume, we should be able to push through this. But without volume, you're not going to be able to push through, right? So then it just ends up being a break-even trade, which you knew was a higher percentage chance. And you can avoid wasting commission and running such a big stop loss by just saying, hey, I'm not going to trade this range because it's only worth 10 pips here, right? And I'm going to wait for something below where I have more confirmation and I have a 36 pip range at least here. Here comes top wick on GJ. It's weird, right? Both gold and GJ are moving here. This is telling me it's done by one. Well, what is it? What is doing this? If we both see guys, let's see guys in chat and guys in Zoom as well. I want to see you guys answering this. If we're seeing both move up, okay, and move down together, what is impacting this? Right? What is impacting this? Right? I'm gonna let you write your answers. All right, all of YouTube chat, most of YouTube chat, okay, some of you guys, but the guys in YouTube chat who got it right are part of the exclusive, right? 2 guys who got it right, yes, it's USD strength, right? It's strength in USD, right? Which is causing it. Now, when price goes up, rejects its weakness in USD, but this is, yeah, this is dollar. This is dollar causing this, right? This is dollar. Right? This is not GBP, this is dollar. Because we're seeing the same reaction happen in both gold and GJ, and we know that the Japanese yen is also impacted by dollar. Right? Liquidity grabs, not liquidity grabs. It looks like a liquidity grab, but what is causing it? It's from the dollar. I was just asking what car you drove because I read your profile and you said you love cars, so interested in breaking the ice. No problem, man. That's fine if you want to say that. I don't mind. But I was also saying back to you that what does it change? And I watch your day in the life. It's a rental. Yes, of course. I didn't say that I bought a McLaren. I said test. I literally put that in the title. I put that in the title. Test. I bought assets before I bought supercars, guys. I'm happy. I wouldn't say I have a shitty car. I don't think it's shitty, but maybe to Instagram standards, it's shitty. But driving around in an RS, I don't think it's too bad, if you ask me. But that's up to you to make that decision in yourself, right? If you have a better, and only criticize if you have a better car than me, please. Isn't that a patrol you drive? I also have that, yes. I have both. That's not my daily driver. My patrol is my project car. I have a shitty car, but I still enjoy cars. Yeah, but you have a shitty car now. If you focus in and level up, then you can obviously upgrade your car, right? You can upgrade your car. But the point is that make sure that you don't focus socially on a car only. Like, I have a passion for cars and motorsport. I'm not a guy who wants to flex cars. I don't like that. I have a passion for motorsport, right? So for me, I like racing. I appreciate tracks. I appreciate, you know, GT3 Cups and all of this stuff. So that's where my motorsports passion is. So that's why for me, I like cars that you're able to track and stuff like that. And I just like motorsports in general, right? I like motorsports in general, right? But at the end of the day, before you buy cars, make sure to set yourself up for the long term. Don't just buy a car for no reason. That's what I'm kind of trying to say here, you know? Like, you have to, at some point, you have to, you know, enjoy yourself. That's the whole reason you work hard. But at the same time, you need to make sure that you're making smart decisions as well, which is obviously the longer route here, right? For me personally, it's a longer route, but it does make a lot of sense long term. Even though right now it might be boring and you want to reward yourself, but you know, it's how it is. I watched Le Mans. No, I didn't watch Le Mans. Does the car include a cat magnet option? I'll tell you one thing. Flashy supercars will get attention from wrong amount of girls, like the wrong type of girls. And secondly, you'll get more attention from guys. So if you buy a supercar, buy it for yourself, right? Buy it to enjoy yourself. That should always be the basis. Be proud of what you've done, right? That's the reason. You're proud to what you've done. You can share it with people to motivate them and to, you know, just give an overview of, hey, look, this is what I've done. But no, not should it be. A lot of people in our industry buy it for flex and purely marketing, right? They just want to flex on people to say that they're better. But realistically, they have no assets going for them. Their cash flow is shit. Really, their cash flow is really bad. And that's so important. Cash flow is very important. You should always be monitoring your cash flow and trying to increase your cash flow. These guys don't have cash flow. When you don't have cash flow, long term, you're going to be stuck, because the minute people stop, you know, helping you, then that's it, you're done. You're done. Do you provide training? I provide, yeah. You can consider that. I mean, right now what I'm doing is sharing information with you guys. It's not a thunderstorm this is a bullish 5-minute candle close, so can't go aggressive here. How much time to spend on the market when you're a beginner? Whatever you can mentally handle and still be able to progress. At what point is a pair overbought, oversold? That doesn't exist. That's a misconception. You have to realize what zone is the pair in, right? So if the pair is in a zone where it can reject and it's sold completely into that zone, meaning we just kept dumping into that zone, yeah, you can consider, okay, we're likely to have a bounce pretty soon. You get what I'm saying? But there's no such thing as price being oversold, because it can keep on going down, you know? Or keep on going up, whatever. There's no point in looking at the market for hours. You can check everything every 30 minutes. Yeah, or every 15 minutes for sure. But you need to show up for at least 20 minutes to do a proper analysis. Not even once you get fast, you can do it in 10 minutes. Just to do your markup and analysis, and then check it every 15 minutes because you know you're going to make an action on every 15 minutes. But there is one thing, I do agree, in one session you should sit there and watch the charts, because when you can study the price action, you can notice some sort of the way that price was developed, and that's going to give you good intuition when you're trading. And it's important to have that intuition, right? It's going to tell you, hey, I've seen price fail and fail and fail at this resistance. I feel like if we're going to get a close below here, definitely we're going to reject, and that's going to bring you more confidence to take that trade. Do you ever use buy or sell stops? Sometimes with spread it can get triggered early. I prefer to market execute, man. I prefer to market execute. If you mean buy or sell limits, the way I trade is based on candle confirmation. I don't trade based on price wicking into a zone. That's just my personal way of trading. Now, if I did trade that way, where I rely on price wicking into a zone, then yeah, I would be definitely using buy limits and sell limits, because you need to get accurate entry. But remember, sometimes your buy limits and sell limits won't trigger, and that's the same way why I don't want to put buy stops and sell stops, because it might trigger early. But when you use buy limits and sell limits, it might come a pip from your buy limit, a pip from your sell limit, and spread doesn't trigger, you're in. And then it's like, and then it just bounces. Which is why with candle confirmation breaking the high, you're pretty much guaranteed to be enter, because you're going to press buy once you see, or sell once you see the candle break the high or break the low. But at the end of the day, then you play the same thing, as if a candle opens with no top wick, I don't get to enter my trade or something, same thing. So all in all, that's just going to be a general part of market execution, is you're going to have some sort of, differences, right? Differences in market execution. Good morning, Harry. That was crazy ride with the McLaren. Thank you, brother. Have you ever tried stocks? No, I haven't tried stocks. I looked at investing in them, but not trading stocks. Do you trade smart money? No. Harry, when will you come to Pakistan? Not sure. No plan to come to Pakistan. Which one can get you to the next level? Discipline or motivation? Both. Discipline is... motivation is like your... discipline is your engine. Motivation is what gets shit done. Right? But discipline will just keep you chugging along even in times when you're not motivated, and that's a lot of people don't understand. So even you're not going to be motivated every day, and discipline is going to keep you chugging along even when times you're not motivated, and motivation is going to get the shit done, because motivation is going to make you want to do things and do a lot as soon as possible, and the more shit you can get done, the better, probably the more progression you're going to have. So you need both. You need both. You need the discipline to keep on grinding in times you're not motivated, and you need the motivation to do shit. Because I would say once you get deep into the grind, you're not going to have much motivation all the time, especially in the beginning when you're probably going to be losing in the market. Things are not going to be going your way. You're not going to be seeing too much progression. You're even going to see regression in your trading. That is the time where you're going to need the discipline. First of all, you need the discipline to not go and blow all your money, and second of all, you need the discipline to just keep on going, right? I passed 3 challenges thanks to you. Oh, nice. That's cool. 3 challenges is not bad, not bad. Thank you. Pretty much same problem with setting stop loss. My broker fills my stop loss way further. That's a problem with your broker. I recommend you change your broker if your broker is not filling your stop loss accurately. Bro, please do a 20 pip challenge. That's a stupid challenge. The probabilities of that challenge is very, very stupid. That 20 pip challenge just sounds good on paper. Exactly like how you get lured into trading because it sounds good on paper. In reality, you have to put in work. What's 20 pip challenge? It's like you take a trade, you aim for 20 pips every trade. Every time you get 20 pips, you double your risk or something. And then if you keep getting 20 pips, you make like, you know, yeah, all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So your goal is going to, your goal is to get 20 pips a trade, right? Regardless. And if you get 20 pips a trade, then you can double risk. And you're basically doubling down. But if you do averages of percentages, it's extremely low percentage that you're going to flip it every single time. Hey mate, great stream with ton of info. Donvo and Lorenzo speaks highly of you. Appreciate them. If they speak highly of me, I will have respect to every single streamer as well. I've seen those guys, of course. Donvo well known, Lorenzo as well. So respect goes out to them, showing up daily and trying to provide some value. So go do me a favor, and if you see them on stream, just say thank you. Just say a simple thank you in chat. Don't tell them I told you to say so, but go and tell them, hey, thanks for providing value daily. We appreciate it, right? We appreciate it. Just that. That's enough, you know. That's enough just to show some sort of appreciation to people showing up on stream. You have to realize streaming is highly stressful because you have a lot of people watching you and putting you pressure to do things maybe you don't want to do, and you have to have ultimate self-control not to do that, right? Not to do that, because a lot of mistakes beginner streamers make is that they're pressured by YouTube chat because they want to impress, right? They want to impress YouTube chat. But at the end of the day, you have to remember that the reason I'm streaming is for me, and it's a way to give content because I'm not a content creator. I don't have time to be spending making content like this every day because I'm busy at the markets. You know? I'm busy at the market, so a great way to make content is to just stream what I do. Right? It's the best way, right? I get content out, and that's how it is. Love and respect for you, your father. Thank you, brother. Oh yeah, speak about your father. It was Father's Day yesterday. What did you guys do? Make sure you go say a big thanks to your father. Drop him a message if you don't live with him, or if you can see him, go make sure you do something. Very important, guys. Very important you do something. He's done a lot for you. Your father is someone you can't replace, so make sure you go do something, right? Just go and really say a heartfelt thank you to your father. I really would appreciate that because it's very important, trust me. You know, so that's important, especially Mother's Day. Mother's Day, I say the same thing. Buy your mother something nice. Even if you can't really afford it, just do it. Is your hair fake? No, my hair is real. It used to be longer. I cut it too short this time, actually. I cut it too short. I preferred it longer. Alright, let's see what we got going on here, man. How's gold doing? Gold that's a weird candle. Look at that. 2 dojis. A lot of weakness here. Any Australians in chat? What broker do they use? Yeah, we have a few Australians in the group. I can ask them for you. I've been told that ounce once, I think you mean. There's 4 30-minute candles in the same direction. It's overextended and that's BS. Yeah, it's not always the case, right? It's not always the case. You can have more than 4 30-minute candles in one direction and sales can still continue as long as there's structure forming on the 15. We can go back and I can show you that. What are we on? We're on the 15-minute. Let's see how many candles we have here in a row. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 small pullback, but I wouldn't consider that big enough pullback. We also reach a support. If you count that as a bearish candle, that's more than 4. But these are massive candles, though. Let's go see something. I mean, most of the time we don't get 4 candles in a row, to be honest. How about this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we had a pullback after that. It could be a pattern, but this is 3. So I'm seeing most of the time 3 here. How about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6. You would have missed your trades, you know. So I don't know. I don't really think we can put too much weight on that. I hope this candle can make a top wick here and then close below. That would be ideal for me. Just double check there's no top wick on my thingamajig here. Let me have a look. Broker. Yeah, there's no top wick on my broker. The stream doesn't load for me. That's weird. That has to be something to do with your browser or to do with YouTube here. It's not my internet because Zoom is running fine and I'm not getting any warnings. IC markets denied by 2 million withdrawal. Denied whose 2 million withdrawal? It doesn't work with Brave. I'm on Brave. Let's have a look. Let's see. Yeah, it's working on Brave. I don't know what's happening. Look, we respected the 30-minute support, right? We didn't close below. Bro, you are live every day? Yeah, we're live Monday to Friday, trading days. Yes, I know IC markets will not allow 2 million withdrawals, especially in cases where your balance is minus 100. My broker shows a 0.0001 on vol. Would you still consider that? I mean, you still prefer a bigger wick, but I mean, damn. I wouldn't really consider that, no. Still waiting for buys above 99,900. Eventually, if we get back up there, yeah, why not? Why not? But right now, we're kind of more in a selling bias because 4 hour is now breaking down. It's a bit of a tough zone here today. A bit of tough, actually, quite tough around the market. Give me a sec, guys. Just go, Toya, come back. See what ends up happening here. Today morning open with no top wick. Yeah. I wonder if this is enough pullback here. Previous daily bullish. We are mixed session. I wonder, you know, it's not crazy with 4 hour no top wick here. I mean, minimal top wick, but I don't know. Maybe a buy. Maybe a buy. That would be pretty insane. Maybe structure and a buy. Right? I don't know. But I'm still keeping that as an option to take a buy because previous daily closed back above here. If the bottom wick is going to stop and we see support formed on the lower time frames, especially 1 hour support, 30-minute support, even if we're just buying and it ends up being another lower high, we still have room, right? We still have room here, at least, you know, 32 pips here. So it's not crazy idea. It's not a crazy idea. But if this sell volume wants to continue, we'll continue sells, no problem. We'll play the sells. What's going on with GJ? GJ is still trying to pull a retracement here. We might get set up too, definitely possible here on GJ. Or it might just, the worst thing it can do right now is get stuck back inside of the range. That's what we don't want to see happen. Problem with GJ is we're not in mixed bias here, right? We're in a bearish bias. Bearish bias at support. I would love to see this 4 hour flip and get back above the 4 hour resistance. This one here, this would be great. Where is this? Can we buy as early as that? Not really. Not really. Where can I get your previous trades? You can join the free Discord. Free Discord, it's there in resources as well as a lot more things there. Let me show you. You can go here to resources in the free Discord, scroll up and you'll find it there. Stream journal. If you just want the journal, yeah, then someone's already put it in chat, exclamation journal. You'll find it in chat as well. Will it make sense if we close back in the range? In bearish bias, no. If we had at least bullish mixed bias, I could argue today in mixed bias it makes sense. Reason I could argue that makes sense in mixed bias today is because we're at support, right? Because we're at support. Gold maybe setting up. Yeah, it's tough here. We need to close 4 minutes here. It's very tough, very, very tough. It's just shooting through here, gold. Unless aggressively on 5 minute, but if we base the trade on 5 minute, then again we're selling at 5 minute support. And it feels like a FOMO entry for me, especially with no top wick here, no structure. Ideally, if we can get a thunderstorm right now with the 15-minute close, I would give that a shot. So please let me drive your McLaren 720S, not mine. Is Raja Banks a fraud? I don't know. Why are you asking me? What do I have to do with that? Think we'll do BS with no top wick? Yeah, we'll see. What is a thunderstorm? It's one of our entry confirmations. You'll see it if it ends up happening and then you can learn from it. If you want to see a more in-depth, I did post a video on YouTube about that, right? I did post a video about that on YouTube. Right, you can go and see the YouTube video on the thunderstorm entry, which is this one right here. This price action entry changed my trading. How long have you been trading? 4+ years. Only thing that worries me is this wick here. I really don't like this wick. Does that work in gold as well, or only GJ? It works on everything. Everything. Gold, Bitcoin, Euro USD, any. It's price action. Price action works everywhere, right? Price action works everywhere. Man, these sells will have to be very aggressive here with management. Very aggressive. You have to be fast on these sells. If this ends up forming a thunderstorm, you have to be definitely super fast here. Can't let this be a losing trade. Because you're selling right into this wick. How big are stops here? Max stops here are 32 pips. Pretty big stop loss for a 27 pip target. I guess we could be aggressive as well and manage anything breaking back above the 15-minute support. We can manage the trade as well. Anything above the high. Disregard 5-minute support. Yes, we can. The reason being is because we're going to base it off a 15-minute close. Now, if the 15 doesn't close below like this, it's no trade. Because that's going to be the plan. 5 minutes just giving us extra confirmation here. How often do you open spots in the exclusive group? It's actually going to close today and then we will open next month, but there'll be a waiting list. I accept 1 to 2 people from the waiting list per week. The only reason I do that spots, guys, just so you know why, is just so I can know who's coming in and make sure that they're, you know, well taken care of. That's the main reason. I want to just know who's coming in, who's there, blah, blah, blah. Why not mark the 1 hour resistance? Okay, guys, we're not closing below here, so I can't take a trade if we're not closing below. My plan says we need to close below. This is showing me rejection. The 1 hour at 2013, this one down here, I mean, we can mark it, but this wick crossing here, and that's like your break-even zone anyways, right? It's the same as this 15. I'm just keeping my charts clean. You know, you would mark it, but we've already tested it here. You see, we tested it here. Then we broke through. So it's a watch zone maximum, right? Don't consider that as a put you off the trade. It's a watch zone. But yeah, for the exclusive group, that will close today and then I'll put it on waitlist. So either you join or you can be on the waitlist. It's up to you. Just check the website or remind me and I'll remind you what's going on with that. I'd forget to talk about it. Normally people remind me and then I tell them. All right, so we're closing above here. Interesting close. It's going to definitely reduce probabilities here. So definitely no sells. What is GJ doing? GJ closed bullish. GJ retrace all of this impulsive move here. It could reverse from here. Yeah, if it does, we would get a setup 5 above here, right? Remember, 30-minute no top wick, so we can still see that top wick come in now. And we'd get a setup 5, right? Closing above here, right? You could see that. That's definitely possible to happen. Yeah, GJ, that's what I mean. It was a very impulsive move here, this move. Very impulsive move. Not to be trusted here. I wish we had bullish bias. Then we could be looking to buy from these zones here, at least mixed. But this is hard to buy without 30-minute closing bullish and 15-minute, I guess this 15-minute, but you know, you're still buying into resistance. Yeah, this would be okay, but it's not enough range for me to make sense. This is a 35 pip stop loss for 23 pip target. It's not that bad, but yeah, it's not that bad. We'll see. Remember, this can still create resistance, and then we can be selling back down. Huh? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Hey Tradesharpe, is there a document or video? Yeah, and in the free group, there's a price action entry PDF that shows you my entries. So you can check that out. Also, if you guys join the free group and you get DM'd, I'm never gonna DM you. Just to make sure about that. There's pretty basic stuff online. A lot of scammers, of course. Pretty basic. Most of the people who are, I would say 99% of the people who are online and have some small amount of following that's, you know, somewhat you can consider decent, is not gonna DM you first, offering you some random plan. Like, you know, it's not how it's gonna work. Could you make a video about talking about the Wicks? Yeah, I do have videos on my channel. Just go search it. There's multiple videos about Wicks. There's videos about Wick fills, rejection Wicks. Just go and check out my channel. You'll find them. Right? Just scroll down. Here, rejection Wick versus Wick fill. Candles with no wicks. Right? What to do with candles with no wicks. There's all of those videos, right? Here, Wick fill as well. Secrets. This was a track day. We got invited by Audi to go try their cars around the track. It was alright. Free event, so why not? If it's free, you can't deny, right? Harry, which perfume do you use? It's a secret. I can't tell you. If I tell you, I have to kill you. It's a secret. How many pips can we risk? You can risk the amount of pips that there are equal to viewers. So whatever the viewer count is equal to, you can risk. 775 pips only. 777 pips risk. Okay, we'll change that to points. No, that's even worse. We'll divide it by 10 then. 77 pip risk. Just so you guys have some, you know. Do you ever get paid by a prop firm because whenever it comes to payment, they find an excuse not to pay you? What's their excuses? And no, I don't trade on prop firms, so I couldn't tell you. But make sure you use a good prop firm. How you say Eid Mubarak? I already said it. But I'll say it again, no problem. No stop loss, full margin. You know, full port Monday. Monday, you know, already. Don't even give yourself to Friday. From Monday, go full port. Just full throttle. All in or nothing. Giveaway? We just did the giveaway on my Instagram. We just did the giveaway on my Instagram. Okay, London Open in 7 minutes here. 7 minutes. 1 hour could close bearish below potential with volume. 1 hour fat wick fill, which would also have a setup 2 on 15. 30 minute would have a setup 3. Okay. That could be a shot. That's one option that we have coming in 6 minutes here. That's an option. Okay. What else we got going on? Gold. Gold could also end up closing below here on 1 hour as well. And 15 minute as well could close below here in 6 minutes as well. So those are our options we're looking at here. So we'll see what happens by then. We will see what happens by then. Do you only trade GJ? Yeah, my main focus is GJ and gold. Those are my main focuses. Hi, I'm your big fan. No, I'm a fan of you guys because you're all here to support. I'm not a fan of anyone who's here to waste our time. But thank you. I appreciate that you like the content. Harry, can you reflect back to the 2 days of losses over 20 pip? What was your mindset on day 3 after those 2 days? Which one? Which one? These ones? When I lost, where was it? This one here, 12 pips and 5 pips? No, I haven't had back-to-back days. That's not 20 pips. That's like, you know, that's 18 pips here. Which one are you talking about? I've been... Trading has been quite consistent here. I've not had back-to-back losses. It did happen here, but this was very well managed. Only minus 5 pips here. Nothing minus 5 pips. So no, most of the time we're doing all right. Oh, maybe something like where I took a loss in New York. Yeah, that's fine, man. That's part of my plan. That's part. If I take 2 losses in a day, I come back the next day. It's normal to take 2 losses, but I just make sure that they were both following my plan. Very simple. Long term, I know the plan will work if I follow true to it. So 2 losses in a row, just a bad day in the market. What are you gonna do about it? You know, it's gonna happen. You could have a bad week in the market. So don't worry about bad day in the market. You know, just don't overtrade, right? Just don't overtrade. That's the main thing. Like, I just make sure not to overtrade, and I look for, okay, is there anything I could have done better? But I don't overcomplicate it. Remember, and I want everyone to listen to this. Every single trade you take, you're gonna find something that can go wrong in that trade. That's why some of these gurus sound so smart when they're giving you feedback. Oh, you could have done that better, you could have done this better, because there's always something to go wrong. Right? There's always something that can go wrong. That's why sometimes if someone sends me feedback for a trade, I tell them there's nothing really wrong here. We could have watched this a little bit more cautiously, but it was still a shot. Like, you know, that's about it. So realize that no matter, there's no such thing as a perfect trade, that nothing can go wrong. Otherwise, if nothing could go wrong, then guess what happens? Then you would never lose. And we know that's not the case, right? We know that trading is not 100%. And anyone that claims, even anyone that claims above 90% long term is probably lying here. You know, that's not really sustainable. My 78% win rate on stream is because of me being picky on trades as well, right? Like, I'm choosing quality over quantity. If I was to choose quantity, I would get the same result, but just probably less win rate. But I would still have the same result. That's what I've experimented with. I found a scammer YouTuber doing live trading promising 1,700 on returns on 100. Yeah, it's a scam. That's a scam. If you know long-term your strategy works and you take minimal drawdown, why not increase your risk, for example, 5%? Because I'm actively trying to build an income. And psychologically wise, if I take a 5% hit on my account, it's going to wipe the profits. I do need to, like a 5% is a lot of money monetarily wise, right? So I just don't want to put myself in a hole, because 3 losses, like let's say my psychology gets affected and I take 3 losses. On top of that, if I do take that, guess what's going to happen is I'm going to have obviously a lot of, external pressure as well. It's probably going to make me in a difficult situation, right? And that's going to be the problem, right? All right, GJ, potential setup 2 here, potential. Let's see what's going on. 1 hour is closing bearish here. We need 1 hour to close bearish below where it is. Okay, we could look for a wick fill here. Only 13 pips to this support though, but we would expect with volume for it to break the support. We'd expect with volume for it to break the support. But definitely break even at the support, that's for sure. Let's see. It's dumping hard here, man. We don't have much room to this support. We don't have much room to this support. We need it to chill here, guys. We need it to chill. Otherwise, I don't have shit here, man. I have like 3-4 pips only. That makes it tough, man. That makes it tough. Now we're closing right at this. This is a tough trade. This is a tough trade. I don't know how much I like this. It's a great top wick though, huh? Maybe worth half risk aggressive break even. 6 pip break even and see if we get volume to give us a bit of a push. That's the only thing I can see here. $20 pip stop loss. Yeah, if we just hover stop here just above the support, not even above the wick, 20 pip stop loss. Aggressive break even. Half risk it. Oh shit, let me get prepared. Flip back, give me a chance. Oh. Let's see if I can get in quick. If it comes back. Come back. Let's see here. Yeah, now tap that support. Yeah, this would have been a break-even trade, so yeah, that's too close to the support. Look at us reacting. Yeah, I'm not touching it. I'm making a decision. Yeah, I tapped the support, man. Would have been straight to break even. We would have got triggered, break even. Minus $70 commission. If that happened. I guess we wait for something closing below the support here is going to be better. That's going to be way better. If we can see something close below the support. Something like that. So then we don't have to deal with this bullshit inside of here. Where would TP and SL be? It would have been break even at this, so it would have been a break even trade here. And TP would have been the wick down here. That would have been TP. So we'll see if we can get in with this, because the 1 hour is still closing bearish. So if we can get in below here to fill the wick, now that this resistance doesn't become as relevant because we've crossed through it. So with volume we should be able, yes, we'll watch it of course, but we have at least what, 6 pips to there. And 30-minute as well has retested it once here. So if it's gonna break through again, I expect it to continue. What's gold doing? Yeah, gold respected the support here. Again, on gold, we need something closing below here. Buys would make sense on gold if we had something closing above. That's about it for gold. Ooh. Good morning, all. My favorite podcast, Tradesharpe. Yeah, a bit of messy markets here this morning, to be honest. A little bit messy. So no trades, not yet. We have to wait for a setup here. We've had no setups. So that's the rules, right? We follow the rules in order to have the results, right? We're ranging. GJ is just bouncing up here. We protected ourselves from drawdown. We would have been break even on this trade. So we identified selling below here is going to be a lot smarter, right? Selling below here is going to be a lot smarter. That's number one. Number two is that this range on GJ is becoming nasty. We can see impulsive move down, a lot of choppiness, so I'm not liking this range so far. Now gold, there might be a counter trend option with a close above here in 8 minutes. Not counter, yeah, it's counter trend, but not counter bias, right? So we could look for that. We could look for that as well. What about the weekly support? We did cross through it. It will be used as a watch zone. As I said, GJ is in a very messy zone here. Very tough on GJ. To be honest, if I'm not gonna lie, I would like to see gold pull back a little bit more from here so we have bigger range to trade. Would be nice to see this high break, it fake out, and then we close below here. That would actually be quite juicy. On GG, I don't understand why you don't consider the multiple 1 hour supports. Because I'm looking at it as a range. You're talking about which supports? This support here? So I'm looking with, since we crossed it, it would be important here, right? Because we were coming to it, but we crossed it and nothing happened at the support. Look what happened. Go draw a line at the support and go see what happened on lower time frames here. Nothing happened, see? We didn't react of it, right? We just shot straight through and then closed back above. So that's telling me that if we're closing below with volume, we should be able to do what? To fill this wicks here and take an aggressive option down. More of an advanced option, but this is range trading. It's very hard to trade in a range, which is why most of the time, just leave the range. Don't trade inside of this range. It's hard because you have to be utilizing concepts like that. So preferably, I would prefer to just trade outside of this range. I don't want to trade in this range. That's my, my preference here. But I can leverage profits to give myself some sort of shots here inside of the range and allow myself to give myself some trade opportunities. Otherwise, you just come back next session, you set an alert bottom of the range, set an alert top of the range, and let price do its bullshit within the range. And then don't even bother trading it. Because it's hard. Harry, why don't you hold your trades for 1 to 2 hours? You're not guaranteed 1 to 2 hours. If you hold your trade longer, you're guaranteed more pips. I close my trades at places where it makes sense to close. For example, ASP average session push, which we were doing last week on GJ, or support and resistances is where I close my trades. How would you rate your accent? Harry, I would rate your accent 7.5 out of 10. That's weird, you rate accents. I think you should rate my accent a 10 out of 10. It's a unique accent. It's not a distinct accent. But that's just my opinion. I think I deserve a 10 out of 10. I rate my French accent 2.5 out of 10. Please analyze gold. We've been analyzing gold for almost 2 hours. 2 hours. Okay, 9.5. Okay, we'll agree to disagree, and I'll take that as an offer. 9.5. It's not too bad. Can we enter a short after a pullback? It's possible. We all have unique accents? True. We don't have much space till the break even at this zone. This is like your watch zone here. Not really hard break even, but definitely a watch zone if we're gonna pop up here. 30-minute did not close bullish. GJ showing us prime example of what happens when you FOMO into trades. Yes. Just messing about, right? Just messing about. Yeah, GJ's looking dangerous today. Looking very dangerous. It's popping up and down, not getting straight continuation. Danger. definitely danger. Bro, I would let your mom marry me? Damn, bro, that's a bit too much, man. It's a step too far, I think. Am I British? Originally, yes. Today's market behavior is choppy? So far, yes. So far, yes. A lot of errands to do. No worries, man. Take care of them. We need a candle closing above, guys. We need a candle closing above here for buys to make sense. If we do end up closing below here, sells would make sense, but we need candle closing above for buys to make sense. I'm a professional gambler. Thank you very much. I'm professional, so that must mean I'm good, right? So it's a compliment, backhanded compliment. I like it. I like it. I like it. $38 seconds for this candle close. Let's see what ends up happening. If we can close above, then we can take a trade here, breaking the high, right? Breaking the high, we'll be able to take a trade towards the upside in anticipation that we have a short-term low here. Right? Harry, you don't involve fundamentals. However, no price action is working with fundamental event. Either have small, great impact. I do work with fundamentals. Fundamentals is a big focus in my trading in terms of understanding higher time frame bias. I speak about fundamentals quite a lot, to be honest. Those good buys kind of tough. That downtrend, are you basing it on 4-hour no top wick and starting the daily flip? Yeah, I'm just relying on it, this being our support, right? So realistically, when we pulled back here, we didn't have really major support. Our major support was this, but we failed. So where's our next support? Here. So if we're going to change structure from here after doing a liquidity grab, then it's going to give me confidence that we could see at least a pullback buy. At least a pullback buy. But now that we're respecting the high, we're either going to range between here, or if we break back below here, sells are going to be another chance. Another chance. Is money everything? No, money only solves money problems. That's it. You know, money is necessary. It does help for sure. You can do a lot of things and enjoy the finer things in life. But it's not everything, because in order to make that money, you've taken on a shit ton of stress. And you have to work extremely hard, and you're committed and kind of locked in. You're locked in, so you have sacrificed quite a lot to reach that stage, you know? And so that's how it works, right? That's how it works. There's a quote from Alex Hormozy. I'm trying to find it right now. And he talks about money in a good way. So let me try. I'll try find that quote. Let's see if I can find it. Hopefully I can. Still looking. If I find it, I'll let you guys know. It's a very good quote about money. I'm surprised I didn't remember it myself. That's a bit disappointing on my side. Oh, I found it. Money does not buy you happiness, but gives you the resources to remove the things you hate. Alright, I'll repeat that again. Money does not buy happiness, but allows you to buy the things that remove... I know, I've messed it all up. I tried to remember it, but I messed it all up. Now I've lost it because I clicked the top. You heard it. Rewind the stream if you want to hear it again. I'm not wasting more time looking for that. But you heard it. At least we found it. 5 minutes enough close on GJ confirmation? No, it won't be. And we're going up, man. We're going up. We're not going down. I entered on the 1 hour flip. You need fast break even at the 15-minute support. Anywhere in here, 15-minute support, you're going break even. Remember, I was saying we need to be really quick. So that's how it is. What's gold doing? Gold is trying to get below the support. 10 minutes we have to survive. 10 minutes can we survive? 5-minute entry would only be below the 5-minute support. Let's see what happens. That's a deep 5-minute close here. Aggressive entry would be this 5-minute close. 7 pips and continue. But it has to close below the 15. That's very aggressive though. Sell now. I'll be careful now. It's closed back above the 15. If it closed below the 15, that would be your aggressive selling option. Yes. Yes, that would be your aggressive selling option. Lol, you're gonna hit SL again? Man, you're just talking out your ass. You always come in here and hate. So you're wasting your time, man. You're wasting your time. Do something better, man. Get something going for you, please. I beg you. I'm telling you that for your own benefit. I don't mind people hating. It's normal. Right? Now we have some guy swearing in Hindi here. All lifeless. All have problems. Now he's calling me Ben Chut. Tere Maki Chut. That's what I'll say back, brother. Now try get on my level. No, I'm joking. I have to play with them. It's all love, guys. It's all love. Yeah, see the rejection here. Hi, what did you work to earn your trade capital? Great question. It started actually with crypto. I aped in pretty heavy in crypto and got lucky. Harry firing shots in Hindi? Yeah, they want to fire shots at me. I'll fire shots back. No problem. 1 for 1, right? We have to have 1 for 1. 1 for 1. At least the trolls bring entertainment. Yeah, that's why I pick on them, just for a bit of entertainment. And then if they get annoying, we just ban them. It's how it is, right? I mean, anyone who's been here long enough, you know what we do, right? Did you understand the underlying value? Yeah, I believed in it, but I mean, to get that so fast, like I was thinking of it as a long-term investment. I got it all in like a year, right? That's why I timed it like right at the perfect time. But yes, it was not luck in terms of the investment. I just didn't say, oh, I put crypto sounds fun, let me put money in. No, I researched it for years before, 3 years before. So yeah, in terms of that, not a gamble. What do you think of the fixed range volume indicator used by Lorenzo? I need to look at it myself, man. But I think volume indicators in terms of like ones that have order flow, like delta and stuff like that, they're more accurate in futures market because futures market actually you can see the order flow in the futures market because of the data feed. But in Forex, we have many different data feeds, so it can be a little bit more inaccurate. But I'm not sure. I haven't tested it myself. Not sure how it can be useful for myself. So I can't give you a 100% answer. I'd have to try it myself and do it. Good morning. Oh no, look who messages. Put him in waiting room now, 1 minute. I'm joking. Poor guy. How are you all doing this morning? Brother, you're late. You missed 80 pips on gold. Sir, Bay or Sal? Depends. Look at gold rejecting, right? This is why you also don't FOMO in on 5 minute when it closes above support. Messy markets, man. This is a dangerous danger. This is stranger danger, this, man. This one is welcoming, damaging people. Enjoying to damage people, GJ at the moment. Making juicy updates on Pip Labs. Alright, you have to update. Linode is definitely a headache to deal with, huh? GJ trending up? Yeah, I wonder if this 4 hour can close bullish. Maybe we can get into buys a bit later. Nice liquidity grab. Buys is going to start to make sense a bit later here. Maybe not London, maybe just after London. Remember, we could still end up lower high, guys. Don't be too excited just yet. We still have to deal with all of this. We could reject and do that. But if we start to leave this, now above here, this is where you get the money, man. This is where it makes sense. And this is where we're chilling for buys. This is where we're chilling for buys. It's hard with 1 hour candle closing below support to buy too early. Right, remember 1 hour candle close below support. Bro, I want one trade, only one trade, please. Relax, brother, relax. Relax, bro. If I give a trade that doesn't follow, if I give a trade that doesn't follow my plan, guess what's gonna happen? More likely you're gonna lose. Right? And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. Yeah, nice liquidity grab on gold for sure. 30-minute closes in possibilities here. Bro, how do you know bad words in Hindi? I live in Dubai, bro. This is like second most spoken language is Hindi. Hopefully this doesn't just fly like a piece of crap here. That would be a little bit annoying if I had to say so myself. I don't like this 5-minute resistance here. I really don't like that. Maybe above the 15-minute resistance. I mean, 30-minute would be enough here. Would be safer above, but I feel like if we're gonna get the volume push, it should push through that, right? Because it's so close. Maybe we can just be aggressive there, right? Like no need to lose the trade if any BS happens. You know what I mean? Let's see here, 33 seconds for the candle close. Next candle, make a sexy bottom wick and then breaking the high could be an option here. How big are stop loss looking? I think we could go with stops below here, about 27 pips here. 27 pips. Needs to chill here last 6 seconds here, man. If that pushes any more, we're in a bit of trouble here. Oof. Do I have a top wick here? Well, I need a bottom wick. I need a bottom wick. I have a very small top wick and no bottom wick. I couldn't enter that with no bottom wick myself. Yeah, that's it. On broker, I have a top wick here, but no bottom wick. No bottom wick. That's how my candle's looking on broker. Very tough. Yeah, we even have a gap. It's very tough to enter that with a gap, yeah. How are we gonna approach this now? We're also reacting off that previous 15. I need to think how to approach this right now. How am I gonna do this? Should I wait for bottom wick and take it on reflip and base it off 30-minute, trust the 30-minute? Or should I wait for a 5-minute candle close above that 15? Realistically, I prefer this 5-minute close bearish, next one close above the 15 and we go. That's what I'm really looking for here. I like the 5 close. I like the 5 close. But understand that I'm going to make the decision to take the more safer setup and wait for the 5-minute candle close above. But if it just flips and goes, then that's going to be it, man. That's going to be it. But I rather not. I rather take extra confirmation on a Monday. There's no harm. I don't lose anything for not doing that. That's the point. That's why we wanted to watch this 15, because if we had space to push up to there, we could see the reaction, and we could, we could react based on the reaction at that spot there, right? Based on the reaction there, we could say, hey, now I'm not too keen about this. If this doesn't bounce off my entry, I'm going to be done. But now we have a bit of a predicament because we've tapped it. So I guess if a 5 minute can close above it would be a lot more confirmation. Not only that, we could use that as management. We can use that as management. We even put stops here, 26 pips. And then anything closing back in the range, I'm going to cut the trade, as I don't like it. We'll see what happens. I'll be back in 1 sec, guys. All right, 5 minute trying to get above there right now. Yeah, it becomes tough here. It becomes tough. If 5 minute closes above, we can go aggressive on that 5 minute close. Now we're rejecting. Yeah, I think we wait for 5 minute close above that zone. If you guys want to take it, you can, but you'll have to be running 30-minute stops here. It's not that bad, 33 pips. You know, probably go re-break of the high, something like that. How did I draw that level? From this previous 15 range here. This previous 15 range. We seem to be reacting off it for now. Having some sticky issues there. This could just be lower high on the 30. Yeah, it could as well. It's definitely possible with the downtrend. The only thing that gives confidence is that we rejected from a support, and we also closed above this little minor thing, and we closed above the previous 30. That's the only thing. Even so, we could play a bounce a little bit as well. Remember, and previous daily is bullish here, so this could be a potential flipping spot, right? Previous daily closed bullish, we could flip and make that daily top wick, you know? So those are things we have to consider. And now we did this liquidity grab here, which is pretty nice as well. Remember, if it breaks this 5 minute high here, it could just push. But I'm personally waiting for a 5 close above here. That's just my opinion. But I'm happy to miss this move on a Monday as it's slightly riskier. Yeah, I'm happy to miss the move on a Monday. Not go too aggressive here. And play the safer route. Okay? But if you want to take it based on a 30 minute, that's your choice. But it's just, it's not like low probabilities, it's just slightly less. And I would prefer it if we can get higher probabilities breaking that high, closing above, sorry, that resistance. And this is the reason why, is because we could potentially reject it like this, etc. So I'm gonna stay to my plan and wait for the close above. If I missed the move, for me, I haven't missed anything, because my plan is to wait for something closing above. So I'm chilling. Let's see what GJ is doing. Oh, wow. Ooh. Look at this rejection here. This is what I mean. Remember I was saying don't get your hopes too high until we break above here. GJ is becoming a nasty range. Nasty range. Actually, today the markets are a little bit iffy. If I'm going to take a loss, this is the days where I probably have more inconsistency in my trading. So that's why I'm leaning on the side of extra confirmation to avoid that inconsistency. We'll see how much money patients pay me today. Anyways, I appreciate everyone showing up to the stream. Pleasure to have you guys on stream. It's really enjoyable to have you know, people in chat here and all of this stuff. If you are enjoying the stream, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can you know, you can join up to future streams. It would be a pleasure to have you guys. Hope you're finding value from it. I try my best just to show you guys the reality of my strategy and the reality of trading, and I'm pretty proud of it. I think we've been very on point, very consistent over the year plus of streaming here. And, you know, the results show. To have in a whole year, you know, 20 losses is pretty nuts. I tell you, the first year I had that in a month. The first year of trading, I was losing 20 trades in a month, if not even a week, guys. So that's pretty good. Look at this rejection, guys. Did we save a bullet or not? Please understand that. Please understand that. See what we just avoided by being patient, waiting for something above that 15. How good is that, guys? You are right to be careful about the 5-minute close. Yeah, that's why I just follow my plan, guys. And there'll be days where it shoots through. Okay, understand this. There will be days where it just shoots straight through that level. No shits given, bye-bye, and you're like, I should have gone in earlier. But the best plan is to follow your plan. I know it sounds cliche, but the thing is, the plan is tested, right? All of this statistics is from testing the plan. So that's what I have to base it on. If I want to get the same result, right? If I want to get the same result, I have to do that. Can you explain why that 15-minute resistance? It was a watch level, but we tapped watch levels, and we know that there can be reaction above at watch levels. As soon as you see this candle start to react there, you see how it was reacting? It was struggling. So as soon as we see the struggle at the watch level, we realize, hey, at this point, it's better to go above that, you know? But essentially, think about this as a range. Look at it like this, guys. I mean, not guys, but still look at it like this. Imagine this is the range. Okay, that's your range. Actually, let's make it a different color. So think about it something like this. So this is your range. I don't want it full filled. I want it semi-filled. Right, this is your range. We broke back inside the range, which let us fill the range. Okay, and for us to leave the range, we could trade from here to here and see what happens. But in order for bullish price action to fully make sense, we want to leave that range is where we'll probably get the biggest move, right? Leaving that range. Now if it closed below, will be the push? Potentially, yeah. Potentially. But I just don't like how it keeps switching from buys to sells to buy to sells to buy to sells. Setup 4 on gold, you're not wrong, but setup 4 would be if we close back inside the range here at like 23.18. But you're not wrong. But we normally want to do that on a full bearish bias, right? But in terms of the idea of the setup, yeah, that's kind of the idea of the setup. Since bias is mixed, yeah, but I don't like that, you know, 1 minute here we're looking for sells, then it sets up for buys. Now we're looking for sells again. It's annoying. I was planning to go short. Yeah, me too here. I was planning to go as well. How big is this stop loss now? 38 pips to the wick. Do we have any 5-minute structure we can put stop? I mean, we do have this liquidity grab move here, right? Back towards the range highs. If we can get a fat top wick would be good. Why don't I sell now? Because it could also reject this level in the last 1 minute and close back above, and then we're in the same scenario we were last time, where we have a candle here closing back inside the range and then it goes back up. So the same reason why we didn't take this sell here is the same reason I'll not do that again, because we could have that again. This concerns me, this 5-minute support. We could just end up ranging in this 5-minute support or just shoot through here. I need a very decent top wick here on the next candle. Very decent top wick. Stops, I think I'm going to go with an aggressive stops and expect volume here. Oops, didn't want to zoom that like that. I'm going to go with very aggressive stop loss here. Probably just above the 30-minute level. Just to give me, you know, using volume. If we break back into this level, I think it's game over anyways. Especially breaking this 5-minute high, breaking back above the range, it should be game over. I don't like 1 minute no pullbacks. Man, this is tough situation here, man. Really tough spot. Really tough spot. 1 minute straight push. Normally you can expect a pullback, and that pullback can hit our stops unless we run it above the highs. But if you run it above the highs, you don't have enough range to get your risk to reward to make sense. What's happening here? I need a big top wick here. Give me a big top wick, I'll take it on the flip. On the break of the low, sorry. Once we get a big top wick. If not, I'm waiting for a thunderstorm here. Same confirmation I'm waiting for above, I'm waiting for below. I know it's a lot of patience here, but it's saving me today. So I don't mind doing it one more time. Wait for the point of interest. Yeah, this one here, we could see a reaction. That's why I want to see a little retest. Boom. We're in. To be more comfy, break of lower low. Yeah, that could also be an option. Let's see if we get it or not. Let's see if we get it or not. Right, now, yeah, now we're trying to work that top wick there. At this point would be worth it just to go break of this lowest low, right? You put limit? No, I'm waiting for a deeper retest here. Waiting for a deeper retest. Antonio, you need bigger top wick, or you just happy to go? You also want more? Yeah, I prefer more with myself here as well. Wait for retest? Yeah, we just want deeper top wick here. A lot of us are on the same page. And at this point, instead of going rebreak of its own low, I'll probably would have gone, I'll go rebreak of this low, as it's so close and it's going to give you slightly more confirmation. I don't like the speed of go red, go green. Yeah, it's not. I know what you mean. It's very like 1 minute we're looking at buys, now it fails for sells, now, you know, it becomes very interesting like that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We get steeper top wick, we can look at something here. More, exactly. Give us more top wick, more. Greedy. Draw blue line. I'm not drawing blue line till I have an entry confirmation, right? Because what if it randomly flips now? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Pretty good top wick here, to be honest now. Ranging? Yeah, it looks like it. If this closes back in the range, I'm done, man. Been streaming for ages now. Sell stops are good now? Yeah, could work, but you'd go below this low. What's happening for you guys on GU? Yeah, watch the support though, right? Watch the support, please. Make sure you keep an eye on that. DJ as well, playing games. Gold as well, playing games. Game playing market today. And we're not going to be played by the market. 500 likes. I appreciate you guys showing up to the stream. Almost at 900 views in stream, so I appreciate everyone showing up. Pleasure to have you. Hope you're finding it valuable. What GU entry was there? There wasn't, as far as I can see. Not sure. That's what I was saying. 880? Oh yeah, we dropped a bit. We dropped a bit. We were at 900. Yeah, guys, if this flips here and breaks this low, I'm gonna take a sell. I'm gonna sell, and I'm actually gonna put my stop loss above this top wick. Something I haven't done in a very long time, but no way do I expect it after flipping to go and re-break its own high. And when it does, I want to be out of that trade. I want to be out of that trade. So, yeah, re-break of these lows. If it comes back and re-breaks these highs here, I'm just going to delete it. Doesn't make sense. And this is just a mess. This is a mess, and I'm calling it a day before I lose money. Calling it a day before I lose money. It's nuts, bro. It's absolutely screwing up everyone. Early sellers who took it break of low, don't wait for top wick, screwed. Early buyers who wait for break of high, who don't wait for bottom wick, screwed. Imagine as a beginner trader, how much money you would have just lost right now. You take the buys, you get stopped out, right? Even with stop loss below the candle, you got stopped out. Then you're like, okay, if this is not going up, it's going down, right? Because look what's happened. We are closing below the range. You take a sell, it fucking now is at SL. It's nuts. Right? Just really hurt a lot of people, this type of price action, and you have to stay well away from it and be very cautious when trading. Looking for buys again? I'm done. If this is gonna be like this. Yeah, buys 1 hour closing bullish, 30-minute now closing back above. Damn. Buys would make sense again, right? It's crazy to think about, but buys would make sense again. Buy gang is back. Wait, bro, buy is good is gonna push? Yeah, this is nuts. This is playing musical chairs with me, bro. This is playing musical chairs with me. GJ as well playing Barcode City, right? We're having these barcodes. Not really much on GJ, but Monday we're chilling. Wait for tomorrow. Today is really fun. We're learning a lot. I mean, this is just how you don't lose money, right? It's important to make money in the markets. It's also important not to lose money. I know it's boring for some people. I want signals every day. I'm not gonna do that just to build hype. I'm gonna take trades that have high probability to win. This is why I have higher win rate, I would say. I don't guess it's crazy win rate, but I think it's a pretty decent, in my opinion, to have a 78% win rate. I think it's a good one. Claudio is in YouTube chat today. He's gone back home. I don't know why he didn't join Zoom. He should join Zoom. I'll see his questions faster. Still in YouTube chat he comes and saying BS. I think Claudio age is like 31. I don't know, ask him. He's in YouTube chat today. Totally range bound on gold and GJ? Yeah, you're not lying. I'll be back soon. Don't celebrate yet. Why? What happened to you? It's not boring. I like the patience you put into your trades. I've followed you for 8 months now, and you are a very good trader. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. He has a big beard and gangster face. You should see him in real life. Looks like a wimp. Looks like a wimp in real life. Joking. Poor guy. Oh. Will we flip is the question. That is the question here. Will we flip? We flip and break the lows here. Definitely have enough liquidity, that's for sure. If this is not enough liquidity to continue down, then I deserve to lose this because this is nuts. And if this closes back in the range, then this is also nuts and very boring. Right? If this closes like this, then there's no trade. I'm just going to call it. Setup 3 would be a thing here. It would be, but we'll see. We'll see, man. If it closes back inside of the range, then I'm just done. I'm calling it a day here. Not day, but session, as I don't like this price action at all. It's just playing games, and you're going to be played when you get entered in a trade. Glad to have someone like you well-mannered here. Yes, thank you. Not like Claudio. Not well-mannered. How did you come from a business family background? I do. You showing up in NYC? I'm a London session trader, bro. So I trade London session. NYC, I do trade, but I'm at gym. And we just have in our exclusive group, we just have our NY session chat where we're discussing options for NY. And then I send my plans and stuff like this, what I'm looking for NY and all of that stuff, and my loom. Only 1 minute left. Yeah, I doubt I think we're going to close back in the range here, and we're not going to take a trade anyways. If I'm being honest. That seems like what is going to happen. 36 seconds we could see. I need it to close back below the 15 support. If it closes back in the 15 support here in 10 seconds, still doesn't count. Need it back below this orange line here. Orange line. And no. Alright guys, price is just playing here. I'm not too interested when price is playing like this. For me, plan is simple. If we can get a close below here, I'll look for sells, right? If we can get a close back above here, I'll also look for buys, right? A close back above this resistance, I'll look for buys. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Price is not closed below the support here. GJ is still playing games here. We're bouncing up and down. Look at this. We go up, we come down. It's just ranging. Very hard with these small candles. They're not that small, but it's hard to take it when we don't have clarity. As I said, range is pretty messy. Let us break out the range. Typical Monday sometimes. And yeah, that's how it is. So I appreciate you guys. Wait for the plan. Moves might come later. So you just have to wait a little bit later and see if the move ends up happening or not, right? So just wait for that, right? Just wait for that. See if we can get a close below here. It's still valid if we get the close below though, right? Still valid. 1 hour is closing with rejection. That is why I want to close at least a 5-minute close below the range now that we're chopping. This is a barcode. If you scan this barcode, you'll be sent to destination fucked. Don't need to be sent there on Monday. You know, we don't need to be sent there on Monday. So yeah, I appreciate everyone showing up. I'll see you guys tomorrow and we'll follow the plan here. Let's get some big positions tomorrow, see what happens. Hopefully the markets are like last week where we can get a trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and, you know, just have back to back. That's always nice. But that's up to market if it wants to have some volume here. So yeah, appreciate everyone showing up. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys on tomorrow's stream. And peace. See you guys.